I welcome you to this presentation, a different one in that I now look to reinforce your numbers orientation, which I consider to be a vital competency in your profile, deficiency in which can severely impair you. I am Ajoy Basu. In the corporate and business world, to a senior functionary, no competency matrix will be complete without including therein a reasonable proficiency at numbers orientation. Numbers orientation is as much about understanding and developing accounting and financial concepts as it is about being on top of select spreadsheet skills. While Microsoft Excel provides you with several varied spreadsheet functions and formulae, you need to use a combination of such functions and formulate them into deployable tools. This series of spreadsheet skills will introduce and train you to use pre-developed tools which can make a significant difference to the way you handle select tasks. Of course, you will need to adapt them to your requirements, which your RIAs will ensure. In this capsule, I introduce you to use the camera tool in Microsoft Excel as an alternative to the watch window feature. Using the inbuilt camera feature to closely watch the vital parameters in every sheet gives you a terrific advantage, as it tells you instantaneously that some vital parameter is out of bounds. The benefit is quite stark when you consider that you may be working across 20 sheets in the Excel workbook and that the 7 to 10 parameters which are sacrosanct are being so closely monitored. I'm sure that you will find this capsule practically very relevant whether you are a part of the operations, HR, marketing, finance, IT or any other department of the organization. Let me practically demonstrate the deployment of the camera feature in Microsoft Excel to you. So I have my control sheet here, and this is the matrix which is very critical for me. I need to watch it wherever I'm working. So what I do is I mark this, then I click on the camera here. So there it is. I click on that, and let's say I'm going to work at the balance sheet. I just click it here once, so it comes here. Now if you see, this can move up and down. And let us say I change something here. Let's say accidentally, if this total gets removed, I delete it, and you can immediately see that the balance sheet is showing not okay. There is a error sign here, and this not okay has affected the current ratio because it depends on that particular figure. I know that something is wrong here. So before I proceed further, I will have to resolve this or keep it in mind, trying to sense what exactly has gone wrong. I can even click on this link which will take me to the control sheet, and from the control sheet I can click on this link and it will take me to that particular cell where there is a problem with the particular difference. So here it is in V60. It should be 0 across, and instead of that it is showing this figure. And as I move up, I'll try to scroll and I'll try to understand what's the problem, and I can see here that this is what has happened. So the moment I drag it here, this comes in and this is settled. You can see that the not okay remark has since vanished from there. So this helps me immensely, and what is equally important is you can see that I can drag it up and down wherever, however big or however broad that particular worksheet is. I can move it wherever I want to without any difficulty. So if I want to go down, I can still bring it down. It's a even longer worksheet than that. I can take it here, and that way it helps me immensely in monitoring it. So even as I'm working, I can keep track of it. We go to the cash flow, let's say, and I go to the control sheet. Again, I mark this, then I click on the camera tool, go to the cash flow, and I click here. I can again create this here. So again, this can be moved wherever I want to. Not only that, if I feel it's too big, I can even make it smaller. make it more wieldy as I maneuver them up and down. So this becomes a sort of a window, a watch window, which for me is extremely useful when I'm working. I can even take it on top of a particular worksheet just in case I need to bring it closer to the figures which I'm going to work on, because it will float on top of the charts that I have created. I can watch it very closely, and I can increase the number of parameters to many, but I normally prefer to keep about 10 of them, which gives me a full control of the worksheet. So it's not only the parameters which need to be laid down, but the visibility of the parameter wherever you work will also help you immensely. Excel has a built-in feature where you can have a watch window. So let's say if I mark this and I go to formulas, and you can see here a watch window. Excel also offers me that formula of the watch window, that feature where I can keep track of it, but I find it too small. Number one, I cannot use conditional formatting in the way I use it here, and this helps me a lot. So the conditional formatting for me is if for instance here it is okay, you see, don't see any font which changes in color or a background. I'll show you how the conditional formatting operates here. I go to home, I go to conditional formatting. Let's say I clear the rules from selected cells. If I want to introduce the conditional formatting rules here, highlight cells, rules, there are many options. Equal to, if it is not okay, then it should be light red fill with dark red text. I can have other features like yellow, green, but I say, let's say it's dark red text. So whenever something is not okay, let us say arbitrarily I change something, so and I put it here as let's say into 0 to neutralize it, and I put it as +5. If you can see, it's not okay. That is because I've change the conditional formatting in such a way that the moment it's not okay, it will show a color, and that's why it shines through. This I find it difficult to do it in a watch window, which is a built-in feature. Otherwise, the watch window which Excel offers to me, I can move it from one place to other. If I change the sheet 2, the watch window is there. But I prefer to use the camera feature and then use it in each particular sheet where I'm working, so it gives me an alert. We'll remove the watch window here. So this is my preferred option, and I trust if you're not aware of this, try using this and you will be able to do it well. Now, how do I activate the camera here? I think you should know that. So if I go there, right, and do a right click here, you can see the Customize Quick Access toolbar. I click on that. So it brings down this whole drop down of so many. Instead of the popular commands, you can go for all commands, and here you can see the camera is there, but if it is not there, what you need to do is go to the alphabet C. You've gone for all features there, so the camera is here, and I can add it here. It will automatically get added to this. So this is about adding the camera. This is the quick access toolbar at the top, and you will find it as a icon there, and which you can click on and use this function. Trust you have found this particular function useful. Just to summarize it, this I will remove so that it comes back to the original. They're all okay. If it is not okay, it will stand out. And just to reinforce it in the end, I have it here, I have the camera clicked here, and I just, wherever I want it, I can put it there. I can reduce the size, I can do whatever I want with it in terms of moving it in whichever part of the screen, and position it in such a way that I can watch it very closely. I can make it as small as possible so that it doesn't interfere with the view of whatever I'm working on. That's a big advantage you have. So that, my friends, is the camera tool used to monitor the parameters of my Excel workbook. Trust you've enjoyed it. Do post your comments to the utility of this feature. Thank you very much.